everyone, welcome back. This is Upasna, and you're welcome on my talk show, Upasna's Live. So, today I'm going to share something knowledgeful talks back with you all. You can get IGTV talks, just check out, and you will find some. Hello, nice to see you all. Hope you all are doing good. So, today I'm back with one of our guests from Sydney, Australia, Barbara. I'll just introduce you about her. Barbara at Yogini Threads. She is a yoga and meditation instructor. She run online classes, workshop and courses, all focusing on the subtle body. She's been practicing for more than 25 years and has a wealth experience. Her main interest lies in working with chakras, meridians and sound. So let's welcome her. Hello,
Good morning.
Barbara.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Upasana. Great to see you.
Same to you. How are you?
I'm well. Great to be here with you to talk yoga, as we always do.
Yeah. So this time last year we spoke during the start of our pandemic, and still we are back after a year, still dealing with the effects of COVID on the well-being of people around the world.
Yes.
So without wasting time, I would start to, interview you, like how your teaching has changed during this period.
Yeah, when we spoke last year, I thought, like many people, that it was going to be a short term or maybe 6 months max thing. So here we are again. So it's a marathon. And how my work's changed, well, before this I was out in the community, very active, going here and there and very dynamic, and all of a sudden I was very much internal, like most people. All of a sudden we're locked up and we have to really sink in to the internal world. So my work also was influenced by that, like working with the subtle body, really going deep, much deeper into meditation, into those deeper practices, which was a reflection of what's going on in life. And I think that's a reflection of what's happening for a lot of people. And it's deep work, but, hard work as well.
Right. So, why is working on subtle body important for us?
It's important because firstly, for awareness, just being aware of what's going on in the body. When we're aware, we can do something about it, and we can take action, or karma. Through action becomes karma, and through that comes empowerment. So the more we can be in touch with all the layers, all the chakras, the yin, the meridians, all that energy work in the body, the more we know where we're blocked, where there's excess, where we need to release, where we need to charge, where we need to discharge. So it's all about knowledge, because the body is a self-healing organ, but we need to work with it. And it's very easy to get distracted by the external world and external opinions and so forth. So if we learn to feel our own bodies on all these levels, we become empowered to do what's right for us, and it's going to be different for everyone. So that's why it's important.
Right.
It's just more awareness, more knowledge, and more connection
Right.
to the deeper layers and to spirit. Essentially, at the end of the day, we want to connect to spirit.
Right. So, what are the tips that you can give to our listeners today?
Okay, so I was thinking about mental health, which usually manifests as worry, anxiety, or being really sad or depressed. So there are spectrums within those things. And usually in normal situations, we would say to people, move your body, breathe, be out in nature, be with people that you love. And all those things, when you're in lockdown, become extremely difficult. So we need to be innovative and do other things that are still going to bring us nourishment. So I think for lockdown, the main thing that I've worked on is connecting to earth. You know, even if you're not in nature, you can't be out in nature perhaps, which is always the best thing to do. Then we can do that in our homes by connecting to Muladhara, the root chakra. And even if you don't have a lot of space to move for asana practice, you can still sit in a pose that brings you courage and brings you some kind of stability. So I was thinking the first thing would be to come into a seat, asana, which is very grounding. And I think Virasana, hero pose, or in yin we call it saddle pose, is a very grounding pose that also lifts the spine and opens the heart, opens the chest for breathing. So for your listeners, if they don't know what Virasana is, it's with the knees together at the front, the feet are out, and then you're sitting either on a ground or on a block or a cushion, depending on how it feels on your knees and on your thighs. It might not be available for everyone. If your knees are tender, then the knees might come apart. So you don't need to be rigid about it, but finding a seat that makes you feel courageous, because Vira, the word Vira comes from the rasa, virya, which means courage. So when we're in this seat already, we're coming into our power. So when we're feeling despondent, when everything just is doom and gloom and we're in that doom, just even sitting in a pose that opens the heart is already bringing you in a state of more uplifting or more strength. So that would be the number one thing. Find a seat that makes you feel open to the world, that makes you feel strong. The second thing is to work on the stomach meridian, which runs on the top of the thigh. So in Virasana, hero pose or saddle pose, you're already kind of stressing that meridian line. So come into this pose in a way that you can actually feel a little bit of stress. So don't come, normally when we come in meditation, the instruction is to come into a comfortable seat so that you're not really feeling the body, so that you can be in the mind. But here I'd like you to come into a seat where you can feel that tension just a little. So there's a little bit of stress there. And that's what we do in yin yoga. We bring some stress into those meridian lines. So we're giving them space. And then you can get your wrists like this and you can rub up and down your thighs. And this will stimulate the stomach meridian. And the stomach meridian is all about nourishing the self, bringing ourselves that self-love, the love of the Mother Earth. All the things that we get from Earth are connected to this stomach meridian. So opening that channel by just rubbing your thighs. And then when you've done that for a little bit, come into stillness and come into Prithvi Mudra. So the ring finger is the earth element. So we bring our thumbs and our ring finger together to connect to the earth. Okay?
Right.
And then you place your hands on your thighs. And then at this point, I'd like you to really connect to your energy body and to feel whether you feel overcharged, which can happen when we're anxious. When we're anxious, there's a lot of energy in the mind, there's rumination, there might be like tension around the heart chakra or around the hara, around swadhisthana, so there's all that excess energy. If you're feeling more sad and depressed, it could be the opposite. It's a lack of energy. There's not much there. There's no resource to pull on. There's not enough energy. So you need to find out where you are on that spectrum. Hone in, have a look, listen to your body. If you've got excess energy, too much, if you're feeling anxious, if your mind is swirling around, have the palms facing down, okay? So that you're more grounded, so that you're more still. But if you feel that you need a oomph, you need some spark, you've lost your spark, which happens, palms facing up. So you're connecting to spirit, you're inviting energy in.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the second thing. Find out where your energy levels are and what you need. And this is where connecting to the subtle body and empowering yourself comes in. Once you know what you need, then you're much more empowered to give it to yourself.
Right.
And the last
Good.
thing that we'll do is a little bit of sound. So with sound, it's nice to close the eyes or to keep the gaze low so that you're not distracted by vision, and to open the doors of the ears to invite vibration. So when we work with sound, we just want to use the vibration so that you can get some harmony with your own vibration. So I'm using the Muladhara chakra bowl, and if you want to chant, the chant is LAM. The Bija mantra for Muladhara is LAM, L-A-M, LAM, LAM. So if you're in a
Love.
space where you can chant, I encourage you to chant, because when we chant, we're releasing energy. It's an extension of the breath. So it's very relaxing for the body. And also the repetition, the mantra, is very good for the mind, for stilling the mind, because it gives us a point of concentration. So you can chant out loud if you can, if you're in a situation where you can, or you can chant in your own mind, lam, lam, or you might have your own mantra. So closing the eyes, take a deep breath in from the earth right up to the crown. Lift the chest, open your heart, come into that space, that seat, that asana of courage. Relax the
Keep
body.
it near your mic. Keep it near your mic. Yeah. Now we can hear. Nice.
One more. So, and I would say, depending on how you feel in your body, you could sit here, if you were okay to sit here in meditation and breathe. So the best thing we can do for our nerves is to breathe. Inhaling up the spine and then exhaling down the spine and releasing the tension and giving it up to the earth. So each time you inhale, you're taking in the goodness of Mother Earth, who's there to support us, right? Whatever it is that you need, breathe it in, visualize, imagine. How would it feel to be fully nurtured, to feel secure, all those things that we've lost. Get into the feeling of it. And then as you exhale, release all that stuff that's going on in the mind, the rumination, the worry, etc., etc. Give it up. So breathing's excellent. And if you want to do some more yin practice, if you're okay in this pose, you might lean back and put a little bit more stress here on that meridian. So you come into Supta Virabhadrasana, or reclining hero pose, or reclining. Yeah, so that's it. I hope that was helpful, at least one of those things for people. It means that you can be confined in a small space and still practice and still empower yourself to get there. It's a marathon. Yeah. You can do it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. The knowledge you shared, the three parts or 3 points we can say is really nice.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Upasana, and thank you so much for the work that you've done. It's so inspiring to watch all the stuff that you've done in this past year alone, all your IGTVs and bringing all these experts from around the world. It's really excellent that you're following your dharma of building community.
Thank you so much. Just trying my best, and you are doing awesome too. I really like that. And thank you for coming today on our show.
Thanks for having me. Hopefully
And
this time,
the viewers,
hopefully this time next year we'll be talking about something a bit cheerier than the pandemic.
right. And thank you so much, all the viewers, for coming live. And if anyone is interested to join me in my talk show, you can just DM and go and check Barbara's profile. She's doing awesome. You know, it's nice to learn and understand the wisdom from different people around the world. So, so thank you so much, Barbara, for coming back.
You're
And
welcome. Sending love to Mother
always,
India.
always come. We love to see you again and again. So thank you. Stay tuned.
Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Namaste.
Yeah. Namaste.